Peace, peace, peace. I know I'm on here at a time. I'm never on here. But I wanted to come on here real quick and make sure my volume is up. I wanted to come on here real quick and let everybody know about the Mercury retrograde readings. So it'll be similar to like the new moon and the full moon readings by donation. And I'll probably just do it as we go tonight. I'm not going to take a list. It'll be like first come, first serve type dynamic. I've been paying attention to a lot of energy and paying attention to a lot of people that's been inboxing me and what they have to talk about. Please understand that this Mercury retrograde is going to be a little bit different than any of the other ones. And the reason it's going to be a little different is because it's going to be dealing more with your relationships. There has been a lot of energy in the latter part of this year, wanting us to let go, wanting us to be in a space where we are not holding on to relationships that are not serving us. That's friendships, relationships, just people in general. I'm going to do it at 7 o'clock. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about on that level. Pay attention. So my ones that are in tune and my healers and all of y'all, pay attention to the dynamics that are happening. Pay attention to animal symbolism, messages that are coming to you from the universe. A lot of y'all are missing these messages. A lot of times we overlook stuff because we are in hustle mode or survival mode, or caught up into whatever it is that we're doing, and we miss the messages that they're sending us at the time that they're sending it to us. So make sure y'all paying attention to the messages. Really research. So if it's an animal and you don't know what the symbolism, actually put that animal and put spirit meaning or spiritual meaning. And there's so many sites that have come up, but the one that you want, I can't remember the name of the site, but it actually will break down the meaning of that animal as a totem in different cultures. Okay. Different dynamics. Pay attention. This is a time frame where the universe is going really, really hard to help you. And if you are paying attention, you'll be able to see what it is that is going to help you. Prince, I'm scared to answer. I swear I feel like your question about to make me go left. I swear I ain't about to go left with you. You said, do I believe in God? Of course I believe. How can I not believe in God? If I believe that I am everything that I am, how would I not believe in God? I'm going to leave it at that. All right. I wanted to touch bases on what I posted about sexual energy and all of those different dynamics. I think I posted it last night or early this morning when I wasn't sleeping. That's why I look tired, because I'm not sleeping lately. Pay attention to your dreams, your messages, but pay attention to the people y'all are coming into contact with. Okay. The post that I posted specifically about the one about paying attention who you sleep with. A lot of times when we get in this spiritual journey, we like to overlook dynamics. We like to be in this space where we want to look at things from a certain perspective. Let me be real clear when it comes to sex. And y'all know I am like the whole advocate for sexual energy, sex magic, all of that. But you have to know who you are dealing with when we get into these dynamics. We have to stop, okay, feeling like we can deal with certain aspects. Y'all want to deal with y'all divine self. You want to deal with your higher self, but y'all want to skip over the shit that you feel that make you feel good, the comfort zone that you have created for yourself. Let's be clear. You don't need to be out here if you are saying that you're on this journey and you just having sex with random people. That don't make no damn sense, because you have to get to some point in your journey where you realize that this is special. whether you are a man or a woman, this vessel, this temple that you are working so hard to keep you in alignment, to make sure that you are operating in your purpose, is special. So why would you share or open that up to someone who doesn't realize the same thing about themselves? Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. Why would you share something that's intimate? Whether you are a male and you give life, your seeds are life. Your seeds are power. Or you are a woman who receives life. Your womb is the portal to other dimensions. You are bringing ancient ancestors, gods, all of that through your womb. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why would you share that with just anyone? So it should be a sacred act. That is a ritual within itself. So when I say that I am pro sex, I mean that I am pro sacred sex. I'm only going to open and share my vessel in this part of my journey with people who are deserving of that energy. So when you open up into that dynamic, please understand that the people you are sharing yourself with, you're going to take on that energy. So make sure that when you are taking on their energy, when you are intertwining with them in the sacred act that y'all want to downplay because you like, because you like it. You ain't got enough discipline to wait. Whatever the case may be, don't downplay it. Understand that everything a part of you and a part of this journey is so beautiful. So you don't want to share that with people who are vibrating on a lower vibration, because when they are vibrating on a lower vibration, they are going to pull you in and bring you on a lower vibration as well. And what we do not want to do while we're on this journey is do what? Bring our vibration down. We're in a space where we're trying to raise our frequency. We're raising our vibration. And because of a temporary moment of satisfaction, you want to share yourself with someone who is less than you. They should at least be on your level, on some way, shape, or form. If you are in a relationship with someone who is on a lower vibration, that doesn't mean that you stop being in a relationship, but that does mean that you need to operate in a space where you say, beloved, I need you to bring your frequency and your vibration up, or we're going to have to reevaluate some things. We are going to have to reevaluate some real shit. I'm in a space where you have to be honest with yourself. Is this person in alignment? Is this person, let me be clear, and I'm not perfect. Ooh, I'm not perfect. It is some questionable people on my damn resume that at one point in time that I done created these babies with, and I was like, if I would have been being real with myself, if I would have been really operating in my self-love, if I would have really been operating in my goddess energy, would I have looked at that person in the space that I look at them now? Like, would I be in the space where I'd be like, you are worthy of this goddess energy. You are worthy of what I have to offer and what I bring into this world. So you really have to be, this is a point where you have to say enough is enough. This is a point where y'all got to be in the space where you say, let me pay attention to what I'm entertaining. Because like I said, the act itself is a beautiful act. The act itself is a wonderful thing. It can manifest everything that you want in your life. Let me be clear. But you only should be sharing and interacting with people who actually have the same amount of love for themselves that you do. They need to be at your level or higher. If they're not at your level or higher, you should not be opening your legs. You should not be putting your, look, man, you should not be giving them none of your divine energy. None of it. at all, because you have to be in a space where you start to understand how valuable you are. How valuable are you? This is precious cargo. I say this all the time. Y'all are precious cargo. Precious cargo. And if you don't understand that you are precious cargo, you got a whole lot more healing to do. You got a whole lot more healing to do. And that's the part that you should be focused on more. You should be in the space where I'm paying attention to, like, what am I dealing with? It don't mean that you ain't gonna slip up. Let's be clear. It do not mean that you're not gonna slip up. But when you slip up, how quick are you recovering? How honest are you gonna be with yourself? Okay? How honest are you with yourself? Because a lot of times, I'm telling you, on the spiritual journey, these folks will damn try to make y'all feel like it's okay to do so because you ain't buying into religion. You ain't in organized religion. You ain't being da-da-da-da. Yeah, I get that. We not. But there's still a foundation. There's still fundamentals to this. There's still certain dynamics that operate in your wholeness. Not in something that is, oh, you don't want me to deal with my truth because you're trying to get some. I done told y'all it's a whole lot of spiritual molesters out here. There's a whole lot of knowledge pimps out here that will try to flip this energy, flip these dynamics, flip your education and what it is, your self-awareness against you, and use it against you. Be mindful. Understand how to listen to your intuition. Know how to set these damn boundaries to keep these fools out the gate. Quit second guessing yourself on certain things. You are a divine being encapsulated in this flesh. All right? You are a divine being encapsulated in flesh. And if someone has a sex, Queen say, you think they have a sex addiction, you have to be clear about that. What is it that they're not mastering? My women, y'all got to make sure that you're dealing with men who know how to master themselves. And sometimes that facade that they put on when you first come into the situation, the representatives seem like they know how to master their environment. The representative know how to put this alpha male forward for you to be drawn in because they know. But there's also time where you have to be still and you need to pay attention. Okay, you need to be still and you need to pay attention to who that person is. Quit feeling like, oh, I've been, dealing with this person for a certain amount of time and they seem like, nah, we ain't going off of seem like. We're going off of who are they? And also pay attention to your own brokenness. Because sometimes our own brokenness is what we're reflecting back. If there's somebody that is operating in a certain energy, what are you putting out? What is something that you're ignoring? What is it something that you're needing to heal? Because a lot of times our relationships are a direct reflection of what we need to heal in ourselves on one level or another. So, retrograde readings tonight. Post on sex energy. Please understand. Peace, beloved. Peace, everyone coming in. Please understand how sometimes y'all will, what do I want to say? Minimalize some habits. The society has made it where and conditioned us to think certain acts are not as important as they are. Sex is a very important ritual. It's one of the most powerful rituals that there are out of any magic that you can do. You got to think how powerful it is that it can create children. It can bring ancestors and ancient ones into this universe. It's able to create a dimension, a portal for between dimensions. How powerful is that? So if you're able to create a whole human life off of that, what about the other stuff? That's the ultimate. You God for real when you create a whole human existence. What is the other dynamics that can be manifested as well? Can you get off my leg? Okay. Let's really say your vagina be needing a break. He does if he beating it up like that, boo. Queen of Thrones. If he beating it up like that, your vagina do need a break. You are able to put those boundaries on it though. Okay? You are able to, y'all, and this is when I'm talking to women, but this is for men too. Y'all are able to create these boundaries. Okay? You are able to create these boundaries. You have to actually stand in your own power. A lot of times we're not standing in our own power. Somebody had mentioned earlier sacral chakra. You really need to be focused on your sacral chakra. That's one of the biggest issues with why women or men become hypersexual. The lower chakra system. If he getting angry because you ain't giving him none, that should be a sign, beloved. Let's be clear. If he's being angry because you're not giving him some, that is a sign. Y'all got to stop settling for mediocre when you out here walking like a whole damn goddess. You out here, listen, Linda, you out here walking like a whole goddess and you settling for peasants. You out here operating in your queendom and you settling for peasants. Listen. You can't keep letting the thieves of the night steal your shit. You can't keep letting peasants come and try to feed off of your crumbs. Yes, you can create boundaries in y'all relationship. I'm gonna need y'all. Let me find out. I need to do a relationship class. Hold on, y'all. I gotta plug this phone up. Let me find out. Listen, y'all should not be operating in a relationship where that man is not loving and worshiping you as such, or vice versa. Let me. Oh, that's something else. Yeah, y'all should not be operating in that space. Okay? Like, and I know it's hard. I know. I done been there before plenty of times. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to really believe that the universe has a divine mate for you. Or someone that actually meets all your standards. I know. It's hard. Because in your mind, you be like, well, he got 8 out of 10. That's good enough. And then y'all settle. You selling yourself short every time you do that. Because for you to feel like that you put a petition to the universe and they're not going to deliver what it is that you want, y'all doing a disservice to yourself and you smacking the universe in the face. Chakras do matter. There are energy vortexes within our system, especially with melanated people. If you are melanated and do not believe in your chakra system, you're missing out. Because we have more than any other culture. We have more energy vortex than any other culture. Rainbow Spirit Love said, how do you clear your chakras? It depends on how powerful you feel like you are. Okay? And it depends on how powerful you feel like you are. If you know that you are powerful, you are easily able to just put your hand over your head and see your chakras rotating in the color that they're supposed to be, and be able to go through each one and do a self-check every morning and every night. That's how I do. If you are needing to understand the more, educate yourself. Empower yourself with the knowledge first so you can understand what are symptoms that your chakras are blocked. And then do things that are going to be intentional, like eating foods, exercising. You can go to a Reiki healer, but I'm not suggesting people do that as of yet, right now, just because the energy is so intense at this time, and healers are needing to be healed at this moment. So if you do go to a Reiki person, make sure that they've been in the business for a very long time. Okay, you don't want to go to nobody new. And when I say new, I'm talking about they only been doing it for like 7 years. 7 years. 7 years, or like, you're not getting ready to do no alignment on my chakras. They gotta be with at least 10 years or more, at least. Because healers is needing healing too. And y'all gonna mess around and get you one of the ones that feel like they ain't gotta heal themselves and they out here putting their hands over you. That's like that's like your grandma. Y'all don't get me sidetracked. But that's like, remember when grandma used to be, you don't let it, well, I don't know if y'all grandma. My grandma used to be like, you don't let any preacher pray for you. You don't let any, pastor put his hands on you. You don't let everybody pray for you. My grandma used to be real strict about that. Listen, you don't let everybody put their energy on you. You don't let everybody operate in that. That's divine. This is intimate. This is an intimate connection. I'll be damned if I let somebody mess with my intimate connection. Nope. You won't be putting your hands on me. I'm just saying. Yes, crystals too. Crystals help balance your chakras. The thing with crystals and other outside tools, y'all, you have to be in a space where you are open and receptive to that energy. Y'all laughing at me. I'm so serious. I'm very particular. I've always been very particular. And I learned that at a very young age in my journey. In my journey, I learned very quickly not to let everybody deal with my energy. Like some people allow clear people to do their work and do readings for them. I don't do that. That's my journey. I'm sorry. You're a clear person. I ain't doing no energy work with you. You're a clear person. Now you can't do my reading. I'm sorry. That ain't nothing against you, because I know that there is clear energy in me as well. But as of right now, and to the universal side, they want me to elevate past that part. I'm not. Yeah, you can't do none on me. You got to be a real amazing, dynamic, super bad motherfucker for me to get into that energy with you. That's just how I am. Because I know where our energy operates in. I know where we come from. And because I know where we come from and I know how powerful we are, I think sometimes we underestimate someone's capability to be able to deal with us. I know how powerful I am. Let me say that. I know how powerful I am. I know where I come from. I know what my lineage is a descendant of. And because I know that, all right, because I know that, I'm not getting ready to allow any and everyone to operate my energy. Okay, let me see. Meditation with crystal corresponds with the chakras will allow you to come into the awareness that you have. Yes, Goddess is very true with that. I'm still big on, like, if you are not in a space where you are open to receive the energy and understand the power that a crystal, because some people come into the crystal store or put a hand on a crystal and they don't feel the vibration. They don't feel the energy because they're not receptive to it. You have to be receptive to the energy first. If you're not receptive to the energy first, it can't do shit for you because you are not empowering what it naturally is able to do. So you have to be in a space where you empower yourself with the information, with knowledge, and actually be receptive and open to the healing abilities that these tools outside of yourself can do. Okay? Astral projection. Somebody just inboxed me. What y'all trying to astral project for? I just had somebody in my inbox asking about astral projection. Is my new class, hold on, my new class for members who took the previous class? No. So there's should be 3 classes online, or maybe 2. There should be a God is Awakening. That's for beginners. Maybe I should put that beginners. I think it say part 1. And then there's a God is Awakening part 2. Part 2 is only if you have taken part 1. Part 2 is only if you have taken part 1. If you take part 2, I just suggest that you are a lot further in your journey as far as basics, if that makes sense. Or you could take part 2 and circle back around, but I prefer for y'all to take 1 and then go to part 2. You say you felt bad, Kiki, for thinking that. Chair, don't. I'm not the one. I'm going. Right witness to elevation. I'm funny about my energy. I don't play. I don't even let my own people do my work. So you know, I ain't even letting. No, I'm good. Okay, so astral projection. This is the thing on astral projection that I would look at. Astral projection, I don't really suggest people get into that particular part of your psyche. And the only reason why is because there is a lot of inner stuff that I feel that you should work out before you start working in your shadow energy, your shadow magic, or your other dynamic. You can put it, I was gonna say put it right there. Put it right there. In your shadow energy or in your astral realm. Some people, you're naturally astral projection, but when you start to intentionally astral project and astral travel, this is what can happen. Things that you still have in your subconscious from a fear perspective can manifest in that realm. And what you don't want to do is open up that realm or open up certain portals that y'all ain't ready to open up. So that's just my personal opinion. It makes it a lot easier for you to project. It makes it a lot easier for you to travel and really utilize that energy if you have conquered and mastered this dynamic as far as your fears, the demons that you have inside. If you have cleansed your mind of all the horror movies that you done watched, because you'll get to a portal or you'll get to a gateway and it'll have some old crazy looking demon that's trying to eat your flesh or some old crazy shit that y'all done manifested in your mind, and you've created your fear of coming into a reality. So to me, in order for you to really navigate that realm the way that you need to, you want to be in a space where you're really dealing with what is your dark side. You want to know how to master your fear. You can't really, I'm going to say you can't really travel in them dimensions and be operating in fear, because you're going to stumble across something that you don't like. You're going to be like, nah, I ain't trying to go back. You don't want to be afraid of your shadows. You don't want to be afraid of the energy that's really there to help you. People always kill me when they say, they were like, oh, I saw shadow figures. Shadow figures be actually there to help you. It don't really be there to hurt you. But you have to master your fears. You have to master your own psyche first. Look at Steph. Steph over there repping She Is Magic hard. You're welcome. I'm glad you're on this topic and keep coming, because yeah, do some research. If y'all are planning on doing astral traveling, that's actually in part 2 as well. If you planning on doing astral traveling or any type of astral projection, just research anything that you are going to deal with that's going to be in a realm that is beyond what you are dealing with here. You want to make sure that you are researching and you are mastering self. A lot of times we're afraid of the shadow, and there's nothing to be afraid in the shadow. There's only that's our worst self. That's our darkest self. So if you know how to master your darkest self, your darkest level, your darkest realm, then you're able to navigate that area differently. All right. Peace, beloved. And being able to have discernment, that shadow aspect, I think a lot of times, if we know how to master that, it helps us in having discernment with our mates. It helps us with having discernment with people that we come in contact with. Because when we come in contact or have interactions with other people, it really, really, really is going to do that on a different level. When am I doing one-on-ones? It'll probably be later in this week. I haven't started doing them yet. I think they start tomorrow because I'm booked already for Thursday. Half of the day. We've been doing other stuff. It will start probably tomorrow. One-on-ones. Only one-on-ones that are for the people who already were a part of part 1. The people that are taking the next class, which is part 1 for November, they won't start until like next week. Okay. You said that type of works take time. It does and it doesn't. A lot of times we make things way more complicated than what they are. A lot of times, if you really, really understand and grasp the concept of most of the darkest energy and the shadow aspects of who we are stem from being conditioned a certain way, and you really understand how you need to release that and let that shit go, you'll understand it from a different perspective. It's easier. You'll move through things a lot easier and quicker if you understand that you just let it go. Really understand how to disconnect from this the ego and the flesh so much. We're so attached to what these represent in this dimension that we don't trust our spirit. We don't trust the higher self like we should. Yeah. You gotta master those. And then mastering our fears also means not constantly watching stuff that's feeding your subconscious with BS. Quit feeding y'all subconscious with this craziness. Y'all will sit there and listen. Like, it's Halloween week, so we done had 100 scary movies on TV. Until you get to a point where you can decode it, because I'm that person that certain stuff I don't watch. If I just feel like it don't have no purpose, I'm not watching it. Okay, I'm not going to get ready to watch. But if there's something that I'm trying to decode, I'm a big person on watching something, and I'm going to decode it. I'm going to figure out what's the meaning, what certain dynamics represent in order for me to use it. The one-on-ones for the people who are starting the class November 1st will start next week. So you need to give me your availability for next week. Karmic work is good, Yogi. That's a really good place to be at. Yeah, when you are able to master your fears and your shadow self, you're able to operate in a whole lot of different dynamics if you choose to. I'm not gonna lie, last year I was doing a lot of like shadow work for other people. So I might come in and help you cleanse energy out your house, your space, help you tackle certain aspects that was happening in the life where people done cursed you, stuff like that. It was my last client was a situation that we had to work with other people with. And what I realized in that situation was I can control what I am able, like what I come against. You understand? So I can control my dimensions. I can control what I project. It's very hard to deal with people who can't control that, because they will conjure up some shit that you don't want to deal with. They will conjure up. And that makes it harder for you. That's when I stopped doing that type of work. Because I was like, I'm not going to be in here fighting against your own mind. You have to learn how to do that first. If you can learn how to master your mind first, then none of this shit we wouldn't even be here doing all of this. Like, outside of basic cleansing your space, I shouldn't have to be dealing with demons and spirits and snakes in your body. I shouldn't have to be doing all of that. That's too much. So I decided to stay on this side, where I can just teach y'all how to master who you are and what it is that you believe in, and get you cultivated to a certain space and know your own power before you even get to the point where you sitting there and conjuring up or letting people feed y'all with all of this negative energy in the first place. Hold on, I'm trying to look back and read. Yeah, CrossFit wife, you asked me what is a great singing bowl to get. I love crystal singing bowls, because they not only have a certain vibration that they send out, but they also have the crystal effect. So like rose quartz bowls is my favorite, and clear quartz is my favorite. Clear quartz bowls and rose quartz. All right, guys, I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I'll be back on here at 7, and I'm probably gonna jump on the healing chamber for a short time frame around 6:30 ish, to build on some health dynamics as well. If you are interested in a reading, y'all already know how it goes. First come, first serve. I'm only gonna do an hour, so that'll probably end up being about 6 or 7 people tonight. We'll see, depending on how I feel. I feel all right. I'm not as tired as I thought I would be, so we should be good. We should be good, or whatnot. All right, I love you guys. I will y'all have an amazing evening. If I don't see y'all this evening, like if you don't tune in or whatever the case may be, I will see y'all later. All right, Ashe.